I'll keep. Me too. Go. Yep, I'll keep. On it.
All right, starting off the game with a ponder is Force of Phil as usual. Is this the Nadu breakfast variant? Yes. I played against Yasu at this event, and it is a Nadu build. Here's Urza's Saga.
Over you. Go.
All right, Urza's Saga has ticked up to Chapter 2. Tundra drops down for Force of Phil.
Yep. Yep. We're getting a life or no? No, I don't. Yeah, that's fine.
That is Deduce, and Force of Phil has created a clue, represented by the Yu-Gi-Oh card up on the screen. I don't know what that Yu-Gi-Oh card is called, but it's there. AP hoping to see Wrath of the Skies in this Miracles deck. Yeah, Force of Phil continues to brew, I guess, in these within the Miracle archetype. I don't know what new things Force of Phil is doing in the post-grief metagame, but maybe we'll get a look at that in this match. All right, so creating a construct is Yasu. We'll see if Urza's Saga looks for Shuko.
Second one. 18.
Gonna make a construct, also represented by a Yu-Gi-Oh card. And Urza's Saga will search. Let's see what we find. Maybe it'll be Pip-Boy 3000. Nope, it's just Shuko. Just Shuko.
18-3.
So Shuko was on the board, part of the breakfast combo. I don't think the name... someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think the name breakfast made it into the modern version of the Nadu decks. I think that's just a legacy thing. But Shuko, No Man's and Core, Cephalid Illusionist, and now Nadu make up the breakfast combo. That was a brain surge for Force of Phil.
Second one. 17. Go ahead.
I'm consistently impressed. Even if they're not, there's a lot of weird stuff. I don't think it's just really kind of.
Is that a Blue Eyes White Dragon? I have no idea. And I'm not just saying that. I genuinely have no clue. Does anybody know?
Like a storm.
Prismatic ending to Shuko.
Okay, Prismatic ending on Shuko. It's an important card to get off the board. It is part of the combo, as I was just pointing out.
So that allows you to play lands from the yard, is that right? With attack ability, I can recast stuff, but I can't like play.
Once again, for clarity, Phil's Yu-Gi-Oh card is a clue token. Yasu's are constructs. That is Leyline Dowser, a card we haven't seen on stream much recently. It's a good one.
On. Yep.
Artifact on Force of Phil's side. I've been seeing it in some Miracles builds. I've been seeing pop up on my feed of Legacy deck lists. Really cool card. From the Outlaws Thunder Junction Commander set. Not legal in Modern.
It's 2.
But it's the kind of card that the standards accompanying a standard set commander deck sets. I don't know how to describe that. The commander sets that accompany standard sets. They shine in Legacy with cards like Leyline Dowser, and that was a counter spell that just went to Force of Phil's hand. It's likely we'll see cards like Leyline Dowser eventually make their way to Modern, as Kappa Cannoneer just did, and a couple of others. All right, a Prismatic Ending takes out a Construct this time, so one Construct left for Yasu. It's a 1/1 now. So a slow clock with Phil at 10 life. Phil has a Clue and Leyline Dowser on the board. And a second Prismatic, a third actually, Prismatic Ending second of this turn. And now no more Constructs on the board. Mystic Sanctuary, Brain Surge on top.
Mercy.
All right, Yasu fetching. Finding Hedge Maze to surveil. Monka has arrived in chat. In the chat. Say hello to Monka, everybody. Monka has a founder badge. One of the founders of 90s MTG. Turns out. All right, passing back to Yasu now. Prismatic Ending. Targeting the Leyline Dowser.
16.
Scott, thank you for the resub. 26 months. Always good to see Phil in the leadoff position. There we go. We got a Force of Phil fan in the chat. Scott, one of our best people. Bomberman, thank you for the sub with Prime. Appreciate that. I've played some Bomberman. And Chartswin saying hello to Monka in the chat. Hello, Chartswin. Narcomoeba now on the board for Yasu.
Go.
Force of Phil had a Force of Will on top, it looked like. Flashed on screen just for a moment. So Phil has Counter Magic Interaction in hand for sure. As Scott just gifted 5 subs, thank you, Scott. Scott's still number 1 on our all-time gifter leaderboard. 261 now on the channel. Thank you, Scott. Really appreciate all the love and support. Mighty Feldegriff, thank you for the sub with Prime. 6 months. That's a new badge from Mighty. 6-month badge. And Chartswin, thank you for the sub with Prime. 48 months for Chartswin. An enormous achievement for us all. Congratulations. You did it. You did it. 48 months. Oh, my God. We've been doing this for that long. AP just gifted 10 subs. Thank you, AP. Wow. People are dropping them right now. 79 total on the channel for AP. Also one of our best people. AP's been with us since the beginning. Thank you, AP. Really appreciate it. Number 8 on our all-time leaderboard. Wow. AP, a pillar of the 90s MTG community for sure. You'll see AP hanging out in our Discord often. Are you in our Discord, by the way, everybody? Are you in the 90s MTG official Discord?
That's right.
Shame on you if you're not. All right, here's a brainstorm for Yasu. Duplo, thank you for the sub with Prime. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Go.
Catching up on this game. No non-land permanents on the board for Yasu. Some counter magic has been fired off. Some removal has been fired off. Leyline Dowser remains. Phil just sacked the Clue. Here's another Leyline Dowser. Monka likes Phil's lands. Where are those from? So they're for anyone not familiar, Phil's lands are altars. And for anyone not familiar with that, long story short, it means that they're custom painted by Magic the Gathering fan artists. All right, Terminus revealed off that Leyline Dowser. And Deduce off the second. Some Force of Phil tricks happening here.
Still in your step over and search. It's good.
Yep.
Monka's really liking the lands. AJ Potato says, are alters allowed by the DCI? You know what, AJ Potato? You should talk to your lawyer, the head judge, and your parents, probably. Maybe. I don't know. You're on your own.
Move to discard.
Yep.
Yeah, AP knows what's up. AP checks to clear all altars. Exactly. AP looking awesome with the badges in the chat. Everything all matching and looks perfect. All right, Meticulous Archive Surveil.
Show you.
Leyline Dowser puts Gaia's Blessing into the graveyard. Okay. All right, what you're feeling right now is the Force of Phil, everybody. That was Gaia's Blessing.
Wow. Stack, yeah, when it else, but the resolution has, of the Leyline Dowser has to resolve. Okay.
Gaia's Blessing, an old favorite from the Weatherlight set. Back in 97, I guess. This card goes way back, and it's occasionally pops up. It was reprinted in Dominaria and just been around Magic, just making unexpected appearances for a long time, I would say.
Okay. Play.
Guy's Blessing, I'm going to target your 3 fetch lines.
Okay, Gaia's Blessing, putting your 3 fetch lands back into your deck, says Force of Phil.
Okay. Yeah.
Draw a card now. Gaia's Blessing. It's a strange card. It's a cool one. I have a copy of Gaia's Blessing in my cube, and it leads to some fun situations. All right, Brain Surge discarded to hand size, it looks like. So 2 Leyline Dowsers on the battlefield for Force of Phil. No non-land permanent still for Yasu, who may be just trying to sculpt a hand to break through with a combo finish here. All right, Prismatic Ending to hand. Another activation of Leyline Dowser, Flooded Strand to the graveyard.
Mystic Sanctuary. Target Brain Surge.
Sure.
All right, Mystic Sanctuary. Brain Surge goes back on top of the library. A little bit of recycling.
Sure.
Plow ending.
Yep.
Drops.
Prismatic Ending and Source of Plowshares were discarded. Activation of Leyline Dowser. Put Brain Surge into hand. Another activation. Deduce to hand.
Brain Surge in hand.
Now casting the Brain Surge, which we knew about, and we saw it coming. 2 cards will go back on top of the deck. Hype Train complete at level 5. Thank you, everybody.
Drops.
Move to discard. Yeah.
Okay, Phil now moving to discard, and
Bunch of removal.
okay, another copy of Leyline Dowser was discarded along with, I think, a Terminus. Leyline Dowser looking pretty cool in this Miracles deck, by the way. It feels like a great fit.
Cards. Yeah.
All right, Phil gonna let this Brainstorm resolve. No sign of counterbalance yet in this game. Can't imagine Phil would have cut counterbalance, but you really never know what Force of Phil is gonna do next. Looks like Phil holding multiple copies of Force of Will in hand, Deduce, a Brainstorm, a Counterspell. Chain with a great question. Whatever happened to St. Catherine? It still gets some play. You'll still see some St. Catharines. I don't know if Phil has it in the 75 right now, though. I just don't know. It was in the grief metagame. It was maybe cut from some decks because it was getting griefed and reanimated a bit, and that wasn't very good. All right, here's Cephalid Illusionist. Hype Train Conductor AP says Force of Phil is dead to 2 Psionic Blast. Yeah, that's possible. All right, Counterspell, which we knew about on the Illusionist. Let's see if Yasu has a reaction to that. Nope, throws it in the trash.
Pass turn. Brainstorm into draw.
Okay, Brainstorm on end step. Entreat the Angels revealed. It will be miracled here.
Put these back.
X equals.
I'm gonna do X equals 5. 25.
For 20.
Okay, Entreat the Angels. X is 5. Yasu will scoop it up, and that is the game.
Possibly figure out what it does. Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
me too.
15.
All right, Yasu will be on the play here for game 2.
Yeah. Yeah, do regular.
Hedge Maze Serval. Yeah, Yasu challenged Phil a little bit there to choose a number. All right, Meticulous Archive puts Terminus in the trash. So both players start the game with enters the battlefield tapped lands. That has to be a misplay, right?
Good.
2024 Legacy. We got ETB tapped lands now. This game just isn't what it used to be. It's really sad. What happened to Magic the Gathering? All right, there's an Urza Saga for Yasu. Yeah, what format is this? Twitch chat having an outburst. Counterbalance comes in. Here's Counterbalance. Force of Phil special. Bomberman says, love the Surveillance. I do too. I joke around a lot on this channel about the Surveillance. I think they're great. I hope they keep printing lands like the Surveillance that are playable in Legacy and challenge deck building a bit. Create some unique or some new gameplay. Urza Saga will make a construct.
Draw.
Urza Saga going to search now. We'll see if it's Shuko. Maybe Pip-Boy 3000. Could be anything. All right, it's Shuko. Will we ever see Pip-Boy 3000 on stream, chat? Is that ever going to happen? Does anybody know?
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
Okay, Shuko equips itself to a construct for free. And we're going to attack.
You're not really trying to recur.
Pass the turn.
Brainstorm.
Maybe you're trying to set up a situation.
Does Pip-Boy 3000 have to be on MTGO for people to test it? Is that how that works? I don't know.
I'll take 12 for free.
No, if you want to kill your well, so you sure? Yeah.
All right, Terminus revealed off the top. It is being cast as a miracle. Let's see if these constructs survive. Nope, they're gone.
I have the luxury of the cards. I had Force.
Yeah, the Death and Taxes players so far are the bravest Fallout testers, I would say.
Because Brainstorm has to put something back to get you through that and consider that's right. Mills that out of the way. Yeah. That card is I don't know. And And that's a critical point if you're going for a quick pile.
Alright, Soul Guy Lantern. Counterbalance trigger on the stack. We're casting Brain Surge. This will most likely allow Force of Fill to counter Soul Guy Lantern by putting a 1 on top of the library. I think I spotted a Jace the Mind Sculptor and a Force of Will.
No choke or something.
2/5, 11.
Ponder revealed. Soul Guy Lantern countered. Goes into the trash. Here's Nadu. Uh-oh.
They are.
Force pitching Deduce. Force pitching Ponder. It seems like Nadu has been successfully protected.
Equip trigger.
Yep.
Okay, Shuko equipping Nadu. Shuko to hand. Doing it again. Narcomoeba to hand.
Pass the turn.
So Shuko only sorcery speed. Here's a Ponder for Force of Fill. Puts a land into play. Passes the turn. Nadu lives another turn. Deduce on upkeep, I guess. Okay, so maybe it doesn't live another turn. All right, so Terminus will wipe away, at least possibly wipe away Nadu on upkeep. Nadu gone.
Drop.
Yep.
Sure.
Am I forced to?
I went to that turn.
Okay, Yasu casts a Narcomoeba. Trigger on the stack for counterbalance. Fetching. Mystic Sanctuary maybe going to put Deduce on top.
You were 33 and you're resolving boss usage. I was right.
Okay, Deduce revealed for counterbalance. Narcomoeba countered.
I remember the performance, it was like 5-9 or something. I wrote one and I had usually sitting in my
Yasu fetching now, thinking about what to find. It'll be a Trop.
so I was like, I can throw the rest of these back. I might edge a lot of them. Whatever.
X equals 2. Counterbalance to 3.
Well,
Prismatic ending on counterbalance. Okay.
go for 7/7.
Yu-Gi-Oh card on Force of Fill side is a clue token created by Deduce. Here's Jace the Mind Sculptor. Jace Brainstorm.
But that's that. It's always that. Versus the other card. Then is it just real, right? Then we scan your favor. One after another.
Block one. This one's not summoning sick.
Another copy of Nadu on the stack. Wonder if Phil has some way to deal with it.
Just
Yeah, it's it.
It resolves. It will do its thing with Shuko. Mr. Rainforest comes in.
But
Equip trigger.
Yep.
yeah, double block.
Cast Ponder.
Sack Lush Portico.
Draw.
yes, that's the additional. It's a loose definition, but
Yeah, now that'd be 4.
Trigger.
and also like
And I'll.
whenever someone is playing true.
Yeah, I'll pass the turn.
This one's somebody's not.
Okay, passing the turn. Brainstorm on end step for Force of Fill. I don't see any Terminus in hand that could go on top. But gonna look for a way to beat Nadu here. Jace the Mind Sculptor could potentially bounce it, which is a temporary fix, obviously, but counter it back on the way back down. Phil has a clue token on the battlefield, which could help find an answer if he could shuffle. Urza's Saga will tick up to 2 on the following turn and will present some threats.
That is.
Okay, hard casting a Brain Surge. Well, casting a Brain Surge now before activating Jace this turn, I believe.
Yeah, you kill the one that's not summoning sick. So where are these right now? They're 4/4.
I think I like the see
Yeah.
usually people understand. It's a little people say so I want to make sure that the player base will follow the next.
There are Terminus in the yard that Phil could put on top with Mystic Sanctuary, then crack a clue.
So when I sip, I'll sack Savannah.
4/4, level 5. Target.
Okay, going to Fate Seal Yasu now. Nadu on top of the deck. Okay. That makes things a bit interesting. Looks like Phil left it there. Not sure why it's revealed. Anyway. Maybe Yasu knew it was there. Alright, so Ponder for Phil now.
That was a long
On tap. Draw. We'll start with
Okay, here's the Saga trigger getting forgotten about. Alright, never mind. So one use of Shuko on Nadu so far this turn.
activate Saga. Yep.
Making a construct now. Gonna equip the construct. Nadu to hand.
You know I have
So there are 2 Nadus in hand now. Shuko equips the construct. Orum's Chant to hand.
re-equip back here. Nadu too. Yep. Okay. I will.
Teferi Time Raveler was found there. Here's another copy of Shuko, which is not super relevant. I'm trying to attack Jace for 5. Jace down. I guess it was relevant then. That was exactly enough to put Nadu's power in range to kill Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Sure.
Oh.
Okay, now Orum's Chant. Fetching. Orum's Chant resolved. This could be the end of the game. Teferi Time Raveler. Okay.
2 mana, right? Edge trap. Yeah. To bounce your clue dropper.
Okay, bouncing the clue token. That shuts off an instant speed draw for Phil. Phil doesn't have enough mana to activate it now. All right, just passing the turn. So I was worried for a moment there that Cephalid Illusionist was another card in hand, and that would just end the game with Orum's Chant already resolved. Here's a Brainstorm for Phil. Gonna have to find a way to beat these Shukos, this Nadu, this Teferi. The Yu-Gi-Oh card on Yasu's side is a construct. Urza Saga is about to pop.
Underground Adventure.
Because then you finish your
I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have any more basics. I'll just pass the turn.
That's what we do.
Yeah, Forcefilla had been running Thwart in these Miracle decks for quite a while now. Regular viewers of the channel are aware. I don't know if it's in this version, though. Probably.
Counterbalance. Yeah, that was awesome.
So,
Counterbalance is in. Might be a little late for Counterbalance at this point.
anything I could do here? Is there any land?
Hype Train Conductor AP says the bird is the word. Prismatic Ending on the construct. Okay.
That was crazy.
It's one less creature to equip with Shuko. Urza Saga ticks up.
Make a construct.
Yeah, it's
This pops.
I was just counting on you not getting punished for fire. I had to keep too close to the sun.
Okay, looking for an artifact, finding Lotus Petal.
That was maybe not the best.
Plus.
Yeah. I figured up until that point.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I'll take it for 5.
Yep.
And then.
Okay, attacking with a 5-power Nadu, not too bad. And with Teferi. Okay, Yasu cast Nomads and Core, okay.
Alright, we're gonna do it the boring way.
Well, what's the loop? You just draw your deck and then cast Master Circle?
No, well, not anymore, because I was gonna, the Cephalid is countered with the Deduce.
Right.
But I was going to mill.
Yeah, so despite Teferi Time Raveler, Force of Fill knew that Counterbalance still triggers. Cephalid Illusionist was countered, okay. Maybe Yasu got a little bit ahead of himself here. So now Nadu's doing its thing.
On Wizard.
Cavern on Wizard, okay, a little bit late.
On Nomads.
That's Memory's Journey.
Construct.
Just kidding. Yeah. Kevin Schultz to give.
All right, Force of Fill scoops it up. We're going to game 3.
I shouldn't have played out the. That was a really cool match. Yeah. This is something I'm testing.
Too slow.
Yeah, that's true. The Cavern could still help the casting of Thassa's Oracle. I just meant for the Illusionist that was cast earlier that turn, but yeah.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
They're both two.
Sure. Okay.
Force of Fill in the chat. What's up, Force of Fill?
17.
All right, Phil starts us off. Meticulous Archive, Servel, leaves it on top. Yeah, there's possibly a Beseiju to remove Counterbalance. That's possible. Little awkward that Nadu puts the land into play, though, right? Possibly. All right, now Meticulous Archive for Phil, Servel. Leaves it on top.
It used to not worry about
Hedge Maze, Servel.
Sorry.
No turn tours of this game. Sad.
What?
No turn tours of this game.
Finally, something what I needed.
Yeah. 18.
Okay, a sigh of relief as Phil does not Servel. I think 4 Servel lands in a row would have just been a little much.
Yeah, you know what's funny about Snuff Out? I actually don't like all of it. I did have dismembered.
Turn 3 is a saga.
Okay, there's a Nurse's Saga for Yasu. We had Wrath of the Skies mentioned as we started the stream. That might have been a card that could have helped Force of Fill on that game 2. Still no sign of it in this build. All right, Leyline Dowser comes in. It's a little bit awkward that it blows up Counterbalance, Leyline Dowser. But Wrath of the Skies, pretty good in Legacy, I would say. All right, Double Tundra found. Nope, changing mind.
Counterbalance? Oh, you just passing it through? So, no, you're just fetching the.
Yeah, fetching aggressive.
Yeah. So I assume you're playing something. Yeah, Ponder.
All right, a Ponder for Force of Fill now.
Draw.
You have to.
Okay, Urza Saga ticks up. Misty Rainforest. Leyline Dowser activate. Put Deduce in hand.
Wrath for 0.
Wrath of the Skies. X is 0. We're seeing Wrath of the Skies, folks, after all.
Take 3.
Doesn't make a lot of sense to make a construct here.
2 more rounds.
3-storm response.
These are all they're all.
AJ says I'm running Nadu Breakfast, and I find it hard to slot in Saga with the Bat mana base. Yeah, the mana base of this deck is a little bit sketchy, in my opinion. But like every Magic deck that has ever existed, you're trying to balance powerful cards or effects with consistency and all that stuff, and it's getting figured out. All right, Force of Will on the stack, trying to stop this Wrath of the Skies. All right, pitching Deduce to a Force. Phil trying to protect. Flusterstorm. Ouch. Yeah, sometimes these breakfast decks have a black source as well for Cabal Therapy or something like that. All right, here's Brainstorm. Flusterstorm trying to stop this Wrath of the Skies, which will blow up Urza's Saga. And it looks like it's all countered. Yasuo wins the counter war.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, I've always felt like my only thing about it is
Yeah, you'll see like one Underground Sea for Cabal Therapy.
if it would have been like at least like 6 months or so, like, well, they're not
Okay, it looks like Urza's Saga is going to float a mana here before searching. I see no Manticore, Cavern of Souls in Yasuo's hand. I'm not sure what the other cards are. All right, searching with Urza's Saga now after floating a mana. I think Yasuo does have Cabal Therapy and Underground Sea. Unless I'm thinking of someone else I played. All right, Shuko comes in. Okay, Eric says Monday night he did not. Okay. Well, there you have it.
Wizard.
Naming Wizard. Nadu can't be countered. Shuko going to equip. A chance for Phil to swords it, and he will.
That's really, that balances him out. That's actually really good.
I'll let the second trigger ring go first.
That would make it more reasonable to keep psychic log when you know watch it. Just unban.
Plow will resolve. And then the first trigger.
Alright, so finding a Misty Rainforest and Ponder was Nadu before it became exiled. Shuko remains on the battlefield. A fetch here for Yasuo.
Spare rolled up.
No, Lewis.
Hilariously, I have nothing to find with play, so you saw my planes
Actually,
I have to do this first, so I'll
Okay, Ponder shuffle, it turns out. That's not bad news for Phil. Yasuo didn't find what he needed on top. I think Yasuo now has 3 cards in hand.
Let's go.
Okay, found a Saga. I've lost track of land drops. Okay, yeah, I thought that was an extra land drop, and it turns out it was. So yours of Saga went back to hand.
In my upkeep, I'm going to douse her.
Yeah.
Okay, Brainstorm goes to hand of the Leyline Dowser. It'd be nice to be able to get this Shuko off the battlefield. Alright, Shuko remains, just an island pass. Urza Saga will get played for real this time.
Pass turn.
There's the Saga ticks up to 2.
I'm running four passes.
Harry Houdini has arrived to the stream late. Brain surge for Phil.
7, 10, 11, be a 1. Right? No.
If people are going to show up late to the stream, they're going to start getting banned.
Make a dude. Untap.
Yep.
Draw.
Harry Houdini has gifted a sub. 126 now on the channel for Harry. One of our best people. Thank you, Harry. Number 4 on our all-time gift sub leaderboard. And then Harry's surprised to hear he may be banned. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, alright, your turns early.
Mr. Arch, are you on time for our live streams? Are you on time?
I'll make another construct.
Yep.
This will pop.
All right, Urza Saga will search.
Soul Guy Lantern trigger. I'll target your Brain Surge. Wrap the Skies. Wrap for the Skies.
Okay, an opportunity here to use Mystic Sanctuary to put Wrath of the Skies on top of the deck, but Phil will not. It gets exiled. I guess the Soul Guy Lantern could sack in response.
I'll cast a Haywire Might.
Okay, Haywire Might. That could kill the Leyline Dowser potentially.
Here's a real question. What happens if you...
Okay.
TK says, bought my first altar the other day, a nice Gwei Dark Ritual. I'm essentially Force of Phil. Okay, we have some Force of Phil followers of the Force of Phil lifestyle.
This one. Go to 9.
Pass the turn.
Okay, the constructs are getting a little big. That was a big attack. Here's the Deuce. And Terminus revealed. Fetch in response to Terminus. Finding a trop.
Sacrifice Haywire Might.
When you have the bottom, and he cracks the ball.
Okay, Haywire Might is targeting Leyline Dowser. Here's Mystic Sanctuary.
I'll target a brainstorm. I'm gonna target my blue brainstorm.
Yeah.
Definitely sideboard. Yeah. So the guys would cut like the battle rage. Yeah. It's just the battle rage is very speedy.
Cards in hand?
I have 3 of it.
Very strong.
Yeah, I think so.
Haywire Might is targeting Leyline Dowser. Mystic Sanctuary trying to put Brainstorm on top right now. Soul Guy Lantern could pop here and eliminate the graveyard.
I don't even know why we're here with like this.
Wow.
It's boring.
You hear me in the background complaining that I'm bored.
Before the Haywire, my cast this.
Okay, the Leyline Dowser will put the Brainstorm in hand. And Terminus will resolve.
Still before we end the turn, I'll brainstorm.
Maybe I'll play a little.
Okay, casting the Brainstorm now. As Force of Phil realized, I guess there wasn't a clue created by Deduce. A gigantic error. Treat the Angels. X is 5.
Wait, sorry, what are you doing?
I'm casting in my draw step.
On your draw step. Okay, so you
power.
Okay. 20 power. I'll respond and I'll fetch.
Okay, and treat the Angels on the stack. X is 5. Fetch in response. Phil tapping out here. Trying to get as much power on the board as he can. It won't be a one shot, but it'll be close. Yasu down to 21 now.
Brain Surge on top.
Yep.
Mystic Sanctuary, put Brain Surge on top. So Entreat resolved. Brain Surge on top of the library. 20 power on the board for Force of Fill. 5 Angels.
That's Nomads and Core. Yep.
Nomads and Core. Yasu maybe going to go for it here. Cavern of Souls used. Nadu.
Already needed it.
I needed a Illusionist. Nadu's on counter.
Yeah,
Equip trigger.
I was gonna ask you that. What? It's half a missing.
Equip trigger.
I'm playing on arena. Yeah.
One more time.
Like it's places like
Equip trigger.
Where? Boston City.
I'm gonna fetch 20.
Huh?
Cephalid Illusionist was found off the Nadu trigger.
I have to make sure I'm completely below the cast Nomads and Core.
Good. Yeah, if you have the kill in your deck.
I had the kill on the deck.
Yeah.
I just don't know what's in your hand. You have 1 blue mana left.
All right, that is the match. Yasu will combo off and complete it with a victory. GG's. Breakfast time, everybody. Breakfast time.